Welcome to Cathedral. I'm Father Greg Sacco. With special thanks once again to Mark Teresi and David Jonas for now over 4 years, provided beautiful music. So David and Mark, thank you once again. Special thanks also to Lori Doyle, the biggest Philadelphia Eagles fan you'll find in this country. For her, it's always Go Birds. I want to thank Lori for the great job she does pulling the whole spiritual video together. So to Lori, thanks from the bottom of my heart. This weekend is the 28th Sunday in Ordinary Time. It's hard to believe we are approaching mid-October. Now in Chicago, it has been spectacular weather, September, October. But please continue to pray for those in Florida, in North Carolina, other places from Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, which has caused so much destruction and loss of lives. I'll begin this way. A priest known for his very long homilies noticed a man get up and leave during one of his homilies. The man came back toward the end of Mass. At the end of Mass, the priest asked the man, "Where were you?" The man said, "I went to get a haircut." But said the priest, "Why didn't you get a haircut yesterday or before Mass?" "Because," said the man, "I didn't need one then." That's a long haul. I hope I'm never accused of that. We listen in today's gospel from Mark, his 28th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Peter was so moved to say to Jesus, "We have put everything aside to follow you." We have put everything aside to follow you. What do we really value in life? What do we hold on to? What are we willing to give up? Values are caught, not taught. Values in life are caught, not taught. Do I own possessions or do possessions own me? That's a key question for all of us. In life, do I own possessions or do possessions own me? Children and teens could care less what adults say. They watch what we do. In many ways, actions do speak louder than words. What are we passing on to the next generation? The week before I entered the major seminary in September of 1975 at Mundelein, St. Mary Lake Seminary, my Uncle Ted and I went for a walk. I was very close to Uncle Ted, my mother's only brother, a bachelor. Growing up as a kid, he spent time with us children. Being a bachelor taught me football and basketball and baseball and spent a lot of time. But a week before I went to the major seminary, Uncle Ted and I went for a walk. At that time, my family was living in Park Ridge. And Uncle Ted revealed 3 things I should carry with me the rest of my life if I'm ordained a priest or not. Uncle Ted called them his 3 ingredients that would make me wealthy in this life. However, his ingredients for a rich life had nothing to do with monetary gain, but everything to do with today's gospel. Today's gospel hinges on the only means of our strength. With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. The first thing Uncle Ted said to me on our walk, as you live your life, always be tender. Always be tender. The importance of showing compassion, love, mercy, and forgiveness, and care to all we meet, despite their race, nationality, gender, or status. Secondly, Uncle Ted said, in your life, Greg, he said, be committed. He told me, if you make a commitment and live it out with faith and trust, things work out. If you make a commitment and live it out in faith and trust, things work out. Be committed in and to the Lord. Finally, Uncle Ted said, be great at all you do. Never be ordinary if you have the chance to be extraordinary. Uncle Ted wasn't talking about accumulating material wealth or living to have that fancy title or position. Uncle Ted was referring to living life in the fullest in God, living for others. He said, always live for others. He said it's okay not to understand everything, to live in mystery. He said, live the question. It's part of the journey. W.J. Hecht, a Cleveland businessman, made out a spiritual will and testament for his 4 children. He requested it be read at his funeral service. A portion of it reads the following: My dear children, I leave you faith in God. Please keep it, use it, and cherish it, and pass it on. This inheritance of faith far surpasses any other possession I could ever leave you. I'll say it again. He requested that this be said at his funeral service, father to his children. My children, I leave you faith in God. Please keep it, use it, cherish it, and pass it on. This inheritance of faith far surpasses any other possession I could ever have left you. Today's gospel passage puts us face to face with the radical demands of discipleship. It is impossible to be moderately loyal. Values to be values have to be internalized and lived out. Be tender, be committed, be great at all you do. These will make us rich and transform our lives. What in life are we looking for? What are we finding? May God, who's begun the good work in you, carry it through to completion. For the Lord measures a person's life not by what one does, but rather what one does it for. May God bless all of you. Go Bears, go Birds. Amen.